Sup everyone, XQW YLO W82 AGC here. Today we are racing at Bathurst for one of the FA Nations Cup races. So I'm going to the grid right now. Sir Fonseca on P1, Rodavento in P2 here. In P3 we have ZKP19, P4 Treviso, P5 James 44. We are starting this race today in P8. In P10 we have our good friend Doug Brown 40. In P11 the slow captain. In P15 we have Agent Lucas. And in P16 we have TPC Wedo. Even Momos is in this race in P17 there. And in P20 we have Carry WRX. Very fast driver as well, so probably didn't have the best of qualifyings. So getting ready for the start here, standing start of course. You can just feel the tension here before the start of the race. We saw making a jump start there, we get away very well. In between the two cars in front there, immediately up to P6, P5 there. But now on the outside right now, so the Dutch guy comes back to the inside. Get a slight tap from behind there, so we gain a bit of top speed. Going side by side on a long straight. Can we pick up 5th position here? But the guy on the left of us, he has a slipstream, so it will be very difficult. And he brakes quite a bit later there, so we slot in here in P6. So down to a narrow part of the track here. As we can see, the guy behind already has a penalty. Surprise, surprise, already penalties. So a long train forming here, and we just have to make sure that we keep ourselves in the slipstream right now. So a bit of a short race and a long race at the same time, only 8 laps, but with the road cars it's actually quite a bit longer, about 2 minutes 30 each lap. So already in P6 right now, so very good start. Hopefully we can maintain that position. A lot of penalties there behind us. So Rodavento in the front there, pulled away already a slight gap. So very difficult to get your braking points right, because longer brake distances of course with these road cars. As we are just making a slight mistake there, and James gets up the inside of us there, get slightly into the grass, but no big issues there. We lose one position, but no disaster at this point of the race. But yeah, still lost a position there, so very big gap there behind us. So maybe we can use this opportunity to save a bit of fuel and save our tires a bit. I mean burn our fuel a bit, because we have quite a lot of fuel in this race. Too much for the race, so you have to burn some fuel so you can make sure that your car is as light as possible during the end of the race, so your car gets a bit quicker. As we have dropped behind a little bit there. So we just have to make sure that we catch up again. Slightly brushes the wall there, James. And a lot of fast drivers there in front of us, a lot of familiar names, like Vento, also always very quick. We have Treviso, also raced him quite often, also very quick driver. Sir Fonseca as well. In P4 ZKP, also very good driver. And in P6 James 44, we have raced him also quite often, so a lot of familiar names in this one. So always good to race the guys that you have often race with, so you know that it's gonna be a good and clean race, this one. As we can see, Vento there in the front has pulled away. Quite a gap there. Absolutely flying at the moment. So also a one make race these race. Everybody is in the BMW M3 for this race. Always very tricky, these road cars, to not outbrake yourself because the brake distances get very long and you have to just make sure that you brake at the right moment. So a great track, this Bathurst track. Long straight as well, so you can quite easily overtake each other here. And also very good section here up the mountain, very narrow, some fast challenging corners as well. So this track has a bit of everything. I would say it's a bit of a track with where top speed matters very much. So still in P7 here. Everything still quite together from P2 to P7 here. On to one of the main overtaking opportunities here, the long straight. So we can just see Treviso there defending, it seems like. Everything getting right bunched up there in front of us. Side by side there by Epic Mansan and James 44. As James 44 slightly went into the cross, but no issues there. So it just seems like a bit of silence before the storm here. As we can see James there going for a move. And Epic Man stand there, slightly tapping the wall. And James gets out of position there into P5. So as you can see, fuel is still very good in this race. Also the tires are quite fresh, so nothing really to worry about. Sun went slightly into the grass there. For the Vento still pulled away a bit further, it seems like, on the map on the right hand side. So the win will be very difficult for us in this race. But I would still be very happy if we could come down into 7th place or maybe 6th place or like that, because not my best combo, I would say, in these world cars. I've again dropped away a little bit there, so we have to make sure that we close in again on the guys in front there, so that we don't lose the slipstream at the moment, because that could be crucial in this race. As we're gonna look in front now to Surf Fonseca in P4 here. As we can see, ZKP there slightly tapping the wall and tapping the wall again, as Surf Fonseca couldn't avoid him, and he gets a tap from James 44 behind and gets a 2-second penalty out of that. So that's very unfair, because he couldn't avoid ZKP at the moment, and James 44 couldn't avoid him as well, so yeah, very frustrating to get a penalty from that, because there was absolutely nothing he could have done there. Because if you drive into the wall, you slow down much faster than you can brake, so we can see just how much time it takes for him to get a 2-second penalty there. It was a penalty zone with the yellow flashes there, so that's a place where you have to slow down, but we can see it just dropping away there to P8 already, so you can see just how much of a penalty the 2-second penalty is, because you have to slow down and also have to get back up to speed, so very frustrating there. So up to lap 6 now, and also in 6th position at the moment. So we're just trying to stay in the slipstream at the moment. Like here, you have the yellow flashes, that is one of the penalty zones right there. If you get a penalty, you have to serve it at that spot. So if you get a penalty, you will lose much more time than time you get from the penalty. Because you have to slow down and get back up to speed as well. So back into the very fast section of the track here. Some fast flowing corners. My favorite corners on the track right here. And we've just done them, and here a very tricky section. At this corner here, it's very tricky to just cut too much of the inside there, because you can get a big penalty if you just cut it a little bit too much, so you have to be very careful there. So you can see a little bit of battling there going on. ZKP seems like he was defending a little bit there. Nobody behind us still, so hopefully we can at least keep our 6th position here. So burning a bit of fuel there by staying in the same gear. Luckily not real high, because our engine would have blown out there. But yeah, you can use you can go high into the gears, so you can just burn a little bit of more fuel there. As we're getting down to lap 7 right now, so if we still want to make up a position, it's about time right now. So we're all together here from P2 to P6, but Porto Vento absolutely gone in this race. Also shout out to the Dutch guy there in front of us for using the Need for Speed Most Wanted livery on that BMW. Looks very well, very good. Looks very good. One of my favorite games as well, Need for Speed Most Wanted, the 2005 version at least. Well, we're just using the custom livery. Bit boring, but yeah, it does the job as well, so why not? At least you have an entertaining name, so that makes a bit up for it, I hope. So still in P6. Dropped a little bit far behind here it seems, so we have to make sure we don't drop behind those guys too far. So we can see Treviso defending there, and ZKP side by side, but also going a bit wide, sliding there and getting into Epic's Vincent there. So we're closing in right again. As we can see behind us, Deep Sea Weddle also ran a bit wide there. And Treviso getting a small bump, I think, from James 44, I don't know, but he also went a bit wide. And down to P4, so he's battling with ZKP right now. It's all kicking off right now. Side by side there's ZKP and Treviso. ZKP and Treviso tries to cut back on the inside, but ZKP goes slightly into the wall there. And we gain a position out of that. Up to P5 right now. Can we hold on to this position? So P2 and P3 there pulling away quite a bit, while we are right behind Treviso right now. I think we're just gonna lose the slipstream race with those guys if we don't get the last two corners if we don't nail them, the last two corners. Just out of the slipstream range I think here. But now we have a slipstream from Treviso, so maybe we can pass him still. Final lap, can we still make a move here to go up to P4? As we're closing in here, up to the right. Can't make the move there. He's defending inside, we go to the outside. Can we still do something? Treviso slightly touching the curb there, we go into the cross and we get a slight tap there from behind, so back into P5. ZKP behind us there, can we defend this position? Up the inside there, defending. He's not coming there and we get up to P5. So looks like we're gonna finish P5 here in this race. So very good race. Small incident there with Treviso, but absolutely not his fault there because he jumped over the curbstone there. So thank you guys for watching and hopefully see you next video there. Bye.